Sometimes I wonder if I should have named my blog, All Day I Dream About Chocolate, because chocolate is the answer to everything. Good day? Have some chocolate. Bad day? Have some chocolate. Feeling a little tired? Have some chocolate. Feeling hyper and energetic? Have some more chocolate. If you're as much of a chocoholic as I am, stay tuned, because today we're making keto chocolate brownie bark. This recipe is my sugar-free, low-carb answer to the famous Brownie Brittle. Except I'm not allowed to call mine Brownie Brittle because that's a trademark term. It's the same idea and it's just as delicious and oh so much healthier. The first thing I want you to do is grab a small bowl, and you're going to take half a cup of almond flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and about a quarter teaspoon salt. And we can whisk these together and just set them aside for now. Now I want you to grab yourself a large bowl, and you're going to break 2 egg whites into it. You only need the whites, so you just want to save the yolks for something else. And I like to just use the old method of tossing the yolk back and forth into the shell. Now you don't need to worry about beating these to stiff peaks, so it's okay if a tiny bit of yolk gets in there. But we are going to beat them until they're frothy. Then we're going to add half a cup of Swerve sweetener, and that's the granular kind, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and we're going to add a little bit of instant coffee. This just really helps intensify the chocolate flavor. And I like to put in about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. And we'll just beat those till they're well combined. Okay, now we're gonna add some melted butter, and I have a 1/4 cup here. And I have 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We'll just beat those in. Finally, you want to add the almond flour mixture that you mixed up before. And you want to beat that in until it's nice and smooth. And you end up, as you can see here, with a thick brownie batter. So now we want to take a nice big baking sheet and spread it with some parchment paper. And you're going to lightly grease the paper so that your brownie bark doesn't stick. Then you want to take your batter and plop it on. And you're going to spread your batter as evenly as you can to about a 12 by 8 inch rectangle. It doesn't have to be totally perfect, but you really do want it as even thickness as possible so that it bakes evenly. And one of my children seems to have run away with my regular measuring tape, so I'm using this one. And I've got about 12 inches by 8 inches, nice and evenly spread out. And the final step is to sprinkle the top with some chocolate chips. I'm using about a 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. But don't limit yourself to just chocolate chips. If you want to, you can put nuts on top, you can do white chocolate chips, whatever you like best in your brownies. And now our brownie bark is going to go into the oven at 325 for about 18 minutes. It will be a little bit puffed, but the top will be just firm to the touch. Okay guys, the brownie bark is out of the oven, and I've let it cool for about 15 minutes. It's still a little soft to the touch, which is perfect because now we're going to cut it into 2-inch squares. I am using a pizza wheel, but you can also use a knife. And you don't want to let it cool too much because it'll break and crack as you're cutting it. And once you're done cutting it up, you want to put it back in your warm oven for about 5 to 10 minutes to help it crisp up a little more. Okay, my fellow chocoholics, the brownie bark is done. It is out of the oven and it's starting to cool. You do want to let it cool completely so that it crisps up properly. But once it's completely cool, it's going to be deliciously crisp. And you can eat the brownie bark just as it is, or you can crumble it over ice cream, or you can spread it with peanut butter. It's a wonderful dessert no matter what. For this chocolatey keto recipe and so many more, please check out alldayidreamaboutfood.com.